Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Captain Tyler speaking, joined by your co-pilot, Sean. Thank you again for flying Rendered Reality. We are arriving on time to our destination of Coffee and VR, coming at you right now.
I was definitely not expecting that intro today. I think Tyler has been playing too much Microsoft Flight Simulator this week. That is like all he has been doing. And I actually forgot to get your pictures in here. I'll have to add those in here as we go. But
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
A little bit of technical difficulties this morning. The camera was messing up and everything else. But hopefully no more difficulties during the show. But yeah, so this week Tyler has been really playing nothing except Microsoft Flight Simulator. He got me into it. He's been messing with settings like all week long. And we got in there together a little bit, Friday night? Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it was Thursday night.
It was Thursday night.
Yeah. Yep.
And it was pretty cool. We actually, because I haven't been in there in a while, it's been running so crappy, and they did that big update that has changed a bunch of things. It was pretty cool that we flew over our old hometown, a little small town back in Ohio, and there's actually a little airstrip that was right by our houses that's literally a grass airstrip that we went and landed in. And that was pretty cool. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that update, man, it's helped so much with improvements. And this will be the trailer for the Xbox because that's what dropped. And I'm basically assuming they stole a bunch of the optimization from this and pushed it out to PC because, man, it runs so much better in VR now. Like, before trying to run like the G2 and running even anything better than minimum graphic settings, you couldn't almost even do it.
Right.
It wasn't even enjoyable. Now, with some tweaking and some, turning stuff off and running some other things like from OpenXR to all kinds of other things, you can get this actually running pretty good. And it has been a blast. I'm loving it. I've got some accessories here. I've got some showing up today. So if my doorbell rings, I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. I've got a Honeycomb Alpha coming, and I'm just like over the moon excited about it. Like I cannot wait. So yeah, I've been super jacked about it. And yeah, it's great. And if you guys, had been waiting, to try it and get into it, I'd say you still have to have a pretty beefy GPU though at this point. I mean, I have a 2080 and it's just barely running it. So if you have like a 1080 Ti, a 2080, you can run it, but it's hit or miss. I mean, it's not the greatest. You're still going to drop frames and stuff. It's going to be low, frame rates, but it's still playable. I'm now shopping for a 3080. It's just you can't buy them.
Yeah,
they're all scalped. I mean, everything out there is scalped. They're super expensive. I mean, I was looking at anything at this point, like what is it, the 3060 Ti's and stuff like that, and I'm just getting a little frustrated because you still can't get them. And I know the chip shortage and silicon shortage, blah blah blah.
Right.
But man, it's tough because now I have basically everything I need in preparation for the yaw, and I just need that GPU now, man.
So explain some of the stuff. I'll get these other pictures added in here. Explain some of the stuff that you have on order, what you have coming, because even I don't know much about this stuff. This is all new to me.
Yeah, so these are like some of the rudder pedals, the throttle quadrants, stuff like that. And I don't want to be like over the top with everything. I don't want really all the switch panels because I want to play it in VR. You know what I mean? But I do want the stuff to feel like I'm actually flying it. So the pedals will be amazing for braking and rudder control, stuff like that. The throttle you can change, mix and match. I'll probably end up getting a second quadrant too, just to have ridiculous amounts of throttle accessories. So when I'm a Boeing, I can feel like I'm grabbing both, stuff like that. Yeah, the other one, the stick, I'm probably not really going to use. It was cheap. I picked it up for nothing.
This here?
Yeah, and then no, that's not. That's the Honeycomb Alpha.
What's this is the yoke thing you're talking about or whatever?
Yeah, man.
I keep thinking you're talking about eggs, but I don't know.
I cannot wait to get this. It even has some switches built into it. for your battery, your alternator, stuff like that. I think some lights, your start.
Tyler's going all out. Like he has been crazy excited. This is all he's talked about all week long is this stuff that he's been ordering for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is pretty awesome. But it is fun. I mean, I'm not as much of a sim person as Tyler is. Obviously, he loves the sim racing. He loves the sim flying and all that stuff. But it is really cool to get in there and fly together, to be able to fly around together. I still want to figure out how to get in the same plane though, because I just want to ride shotgun. Is that possible? Does anybody know?
No, I don't. The only thing I don't know is if you can you watch other people, like spectate? I don't think though in this. I know you can in some racing games, but I don't think in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's great. I mean, I can spend hours in this. It's beautiful. The photogrammetry of like London and stuff and Tokyo, it's awesome. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's so peaceful, I feel like too. Like, I mean, it's so cool. I don't know. I could spend hours in this, and it's becoming a problem very fast.
And that's what VR Spry guy said. Wait until he adds the y'all too.
That's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's what I'm working on.
That's why he's getting so excited about all this stuff.
I know. Yep. I've got like I don't know, here's some of the quadrants and stuff which are mounted on my little racing seat. But yeah, I mean and I've got even like what was in the picture for all of them to run onto one with some of your larger planes and stuff, your commercial airlines. But it's so good. I'm like, it's beautiful. I mean, like the places you can fly are awesome. The clouds are amazing. The rain effects, the thunder. I was actually, let's see, I was down because I have a basement where I have most of my stuff. And I was down here so long working on it that I flew and it has live weather. And I took off from the airport close to here. And I could see it was like storming and thundering and lightning. And I'm like, oh, crap, it's going to storm here. So I went up.
This is so realistic. I hear it outside almost.
This is insane. But yeah, it was so weird because I didn't even know there was a storm coming,
Oh, man.
But it's really cool. Everything, live planes, AI players and stuff. Sean and I flew together chasing. I was trying to follow him and tell him like what to do as he was taking off and landing and stuff. And trying to think about what he should be doing, where his flap should be, and he's like,
I did do pretty good landing at that small airport though, in the grass, through the trees, and I actually pulled that off and landed. That was pretty cool. But
it's so good though. I highly recommend if you have at least a powerful GPU though. Other than that, it can get a little frustrating. But yeah. Sure. Anyways, I won't keep going on about it. But yes, it's in preparation for the yaw for sure. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I've actually we had some family in town this past weekend. Oh yeah, that would be cool. Do they have helicopters? They do, don't they?
They're adding them. I think that's coming soon. It was supposed to be. They initially said at the end of the year, first of the year, but I think they're closer than we thought. And there's some mods you can add them. And I'm sorry, I'm still going on about this, but I think the F-18, I think they just dropped two, or they're going to, and they're going to have aircraft carriers you can land on too.
That'd be sweet.
Which the hook on the bottom, you can drop the hook and land on the cable on the aircraft carrier. I mean, if it's moving, it'll be even better.
Can you think about the yaw too? Like as soon as you do that and you hook that, it's just gonna be like wham! It's just gonna slam you forward. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
All right,
let's go play. So cool. But yeah, we had some family in town this past weekend, and we played a bunch of VR, which was really fun. I actually have the sim rig out right now. I have the sim rig set up, and so we played. Her nephew was playing Project Cars 2 as well as Dirt Rally 2. He loved that. I mean, he could have spent all day in there. That was probably one of the coolest things to him that he's done in a long time. So that was a lot of fun. I kept telling him I was showing the video of the yaw too and everything once I get that, like how much better it's even going to be. So we did that, and then they were also playing at one point in time. I have a video I'll have to throw up like on Instagram or something, but one of them was in the room here playing Half-Life Alyx, and the other one was over in the stool in the corner playing the fishing game in VR. We had blast on battles in the living room, so they were literally fighting it out and blast on in the living room. That was pretty cool. Like it was just a ton of fun to get to for them to get to experience all that stuff, because they both have the Quest 1 that they play sometimes, and this stuff was all kind of on another level, especially with Half-Life Alyx and the racing sim playing Index and G2 and all that stuff. So that was really cool. It was a ton of fun. Really enjoyed that. But yeah, and then other than that, I've still been playing around with the B Haptics. I played the Quest, or the Doom 3, the Quest mod. I did that with the B Haptics. That was pretty cool. Still, it just really shines in all the environmental aspects. That was one of the really cool things in there. And then I played Survive as well on Steam with the B Haptics, and that was really cool. There was a couple of cool things that happened in there. Like at one point in time, I don't know if it was my health was low or what, but my heart started beating, and it was like boom, 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 like real hard in my chest. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I also followed some tips from some other people and cranked up the settings to like 400%. and that only works on PC VR. I haven't found a way to change it on the Quest settings when you're playing like Doom 3, but that helped a little bit. It's still pretty cool. I still think environmental stuff is the stuff that I noticed the most playing with it, but I still need to do the Half-Life Alyx mod. I haven't done that yet.
Do you think it's because you've had like haptic feedback for like guns firing in your hands because of controllers and stuff like that maybe you just don't notice it as much? Or
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like another thing with Survive that was pretty cool is that it would actually, when you're firing a rifle, it would pound into your shoulder. Like you would feel it. And that's definitely something that was cool that I hope they added more games. I just want more official support. Like I want more official support in all these games. It works great with the Quest, but there's so many things that don't support it still in the Quest, or it has Quest support. They do an update and it breaks it and it doesn't work with the Quest anymore. So that is one downfall. I definitely
any mod that's always hard.
Well, no, even official support, even like official support when they update the games, a lot of times I don't know what happens, but sometimes it doesn't work. But it's been cool. We did do it in Blast On. You know, I had the family that was in town was trying it out in Blast On and stuff like that, and also Larcenauts. He played some Larcenauts with it. I mean, they played all kinds of stuff. They played Stride. They played Pistol Whip, which we're going to talk about that. I mean, it was a lot of fun. But you want to get into the Pistol Whip? Because that's
I do, man.
Big
I
thing.
Do.
I didn't want to say
it's huge.
Alex VR said, I love Doom 3 on Quest with the haptics. It is really good. I had a lot of moments where I got the chills in that game because it's already kind of a creepy game. You know what I mean? Like it's already kind of scary in a sense. And the haptics definitely add to the creepiness in some of that stuff. So, and he said, I agree about the environmental stuff, huge explosions, rocks falling, stuff like that. When it happens in real life, you feel it. Yeah, those are the things that I like the most about the B haptics is the environmental aspects of how it reacts with it. It's pretty cool. Yep. But
cheers, Mr. Trinidad. Good to see you again.
Awesome.
I'm drinking what's his nuts again, man. This is so good.
Did you do the poll? Did you do the poll?
I tried. It wouldn't go through. I think I have to reopen everything because the show wasn't live when it was open.
Yeah, we tried to do a poll before the show started. We realized we can't do that.
So, this coffee that I was drinking last week, afterwards, I was like wired and a half. I need to calm down a little bit on how strong I probably make it. But it's so good still. It's so good.
Pistol Whip, Smoking Thunder. This is a big update. Yes. I love this update. Me and Tyler were talking about it this morning. He actually played it. He was playing it this morning, and we got on here, started talking and setting up, and he's like, dude, I can't walk. Like, and I haven't played Pistol Whip in a little while, and after playing this through, I was like, oh my goodness, my legs hurt bad, like bad. And I mean, my legs, you get like that dead feeling. Like if you ever get a dead leg, like when somebody punches you in the leg and your leg just goes dead, like that's what my legs felt like after playing this for a while. Because you do not realize how many squats and stuff you were doing. Like it is ridiculous. I mean, it just kills your legs. It's such a good workout. But
it's a great workout. I still think that these campaign or whatever you call stories that they build into these are just making this game. I think it's incredible. Totally I think it just keeps building on how good this game is and can keep being. Like the gun changes, how the guns work, and changes your play style. Even just in that part is so good. I don't know. Everything about this has just excited me so much.
I agree.
It brings me back every time.
Mad Wookie and Rizzle Rock, both of the $5 super chat. We definitely appreciate that. Rizzle Rock says more coffee, more VR, and another Saturday. So, we definitely appreciate the super chats. In this, I think you're talking about changing up the gameplay. The fact that because I'm used to playing this with like a Glock replica, right? It's got like 15 shots, and you go into this, and now you're using revolvers, 6-shot revolvers, and then also the shotgun kind of gun thing that's like a dual. I think it's a 2-shot. And it just totally, because when I first started playing this, I was like, holy crap, like I kept running out of ammo because I'm not used to only being able to shoot those few of shots and then having to reload. So, and did you find this challenging though? Like, I feel like this is a harder campaign. Like it was pretty intense. And I started playing it on easy because I just wanted to get through it, and I was getting my butt kicked right at first and my legs were killing me.
I don't know. I played through on medium because I wanted to make sure I, played it through without kind of dying. I didn't want to do it so it was like so challenging that I just couldn't get past it because I wanted to play it.
Right. And you play Pistol Whip probably more than I do too.
I do. I mean, I beat it on medium without dying. That's me. I play it probably a good bit, so I knew I wouldn't die, but it was so much fun with the rhythm of the movement. Like the barrel, like everything. I don't know. There's a lot about this. The music though is so dope.
Yeah, like the music to me, that was one of the biggest downfalls of Pistol Whip, is that all of the music always was really pretty similar, and everything they did, and I felt like they couldn't get away from that techno, dubstep kind of a vibe. And this still has a little bit of that, but it
has to be.
Right, but I do think that it is the most different sounding music compared to what they've done before. I really like the music. I really enjoyed it. Like, I know it's not like super Western music, but it definitely has that Western kind of techno vibe to it. And I really enjoyed it. Like, I found myself, kind of bobbing to the music, like as I was playing, and I was just really feeling it. I was loving it.
The train stuff is, I'm not going to go like into super spoilers though, but
yeah, like, I only showed a little bit of the footage of like the first 2 levels, I think, or maybe 3, but it was just kind of split up. It wasn't the full level, because I didn't want anybody that hasn't played this to kind of be ruined by anything. But I saw that Paradise Decay said I totally did not dress up in a cowboy outfit when I played this DLC, so I'm going to have to go check that out, because I'm guessing the parts
where like you would take somebody off on a horse and the horse would keep coming at you. I was like dodging
at first I was like, whoa, what am I supposed to do? Shoot the horse?
It scared me, but even though it like didn't matter, I still was like scared, because there's like a horse running at me, and I'm like, that's freaking weird, you know. But it's so cool. Highly recommend trying this right away.
If you haven't played Pistol Whip in a while, and I think we only have like, is it because they're increasing the price by $5? When does that happen?
It's coming.
Is that
supposed to be? Coming up now, I thought, or at the release of this, but I think they were going to delay it like a day or two, maybe.
August 15th. Okay. So we got tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you haven't bought this game, buy it now, because you're going to save $5. So, so Main Fan said 2089 is better than Smoking Thunder for me. I don't know. I really like Smoking Thunder, but I really like 2089 as well. I love the campaigns.
Okay, I think the story that went through 2089 was better, but I feel like the diversity of the gameplay and being very different with this, I feel like means more to me. I don't know. Just like, the exploding, shells, like when you take the person out in the middle and it kills the ones beside. Yeah. If you miss that middle person, hit the side, you still have a third then you have to hit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's a lot about it that it really is working for me.
Yeah, and there's all the modifiers, too. There's a ton of modifiers. You can do the big head, different guns.
Yeah, that's just half of it is this, right? The modifiers,
so it's basically like a 2-big-part update. Tony Digital coming through with that $25 super chat. Thank you. That's
Cheers,
awesome.
man.
That's going to get
Good to see you
Tyler
guys
some more What's His Nuts coffee.
I'm glad to be here. I'm just glad to be here today, man.
Yeah, for real. We were
I got to get back on my
plane.
I got to get back on my plane after this, but,
Yeah, your whole flight attendant speech in the beginning kills me.
Actually, though, I'm getting back into this again. I want to get into X-Plane too now. After running that, I haven't been in X-Plane in a while. So now with the yoke, and X-Plane gives you that full VR controls in there too.
Yeah,
so you can reach out and turn the dials and everything for, I don't know.
You have to,
I'm getting better at like stuff. Yeah, you do, but I mean, it's real technical in the bigger planes. In the smaller planes, it's not a big deal. But my VFR, I'm trying to get all my VFR stuff down pat, and I'm getting there. Better.
For sure.
So good,
but I definitely recommend Smoking Thunder. I love the updates that they've been putting out. Definitely a good one. I think you should hop in there.
Also, pick up some ice packs for your legs too while you're at it.
My legs hurt so bad the next day.
Mine too, man. Right now, it's just tight.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's so ridiculous. But awesome update though. I love it. I love Pistol Whip. I think it's an awesome game. It's an awesome game to show people too. Like people that were here last weekend, they loved hopping in there and playing some of that.
What about your golf clubs, man?
Oh man, I love
flipping it this week, playing some golf, man. How about that?
Yeah, for sure. So actually, so this is the Deadeye VR golf putter. It's actually over there. But the team from Deadeye actually contacted us and said, if you guys would like to give one of these away, we're more than happy to ship that out and everything. Just set it all up. So we did set up a Gleam giveaway that is in the description below to set up to win one of these free of charge, and they will ship it directly to your house. And we did I did a video on this. It's just the video that I threw in here. But yeah, I love gun stocks. We talk about gun stocks all the time, and we're big fans of gun stocks. I'm a big fan of accessories anyways, but this, like playing walkabout and pro putt and all that stuff. It just feels so much better. Like it feels like you're holding a golf club because you have that textured kind of feeling in your hand, and then you have weight towards the end that just gives you that one-to-one connection so much better. And when I first tried this, we were actually playing walkabout with Wolvraza, Philo 6, if I'm saying his name right, Bills Fan RR. We were playing with all them guys, and I couldn't figure out in Walkabout how to angle it and line it all up right. But once I figured that out, once you go into the settings and you change the angle, and for me, I think it was like 44 degrees and it lined up perfect. Yeah. I was like, oh my goodness, I can't play this with a controller any longer. Like what? I know. Like it just doesn't feel right holding a controller anymore.
So I'd been playing it with a actual putter and a 3D printed adapter for it. The only problem with that, with this helps immensely, is when you would reach down to use your controller and point at things and pick it up, I feel like I'm going to break something with my putter sticking out in front of me.
Because it's so long.
So with this, you don't so it's a little sketchy when it comes to that, because now you're just swinging a putter around your room.
And once you're in VR, you can't tell how long it is. You know, I mean, you just feel the weight of it in the stick. So you can't tell if it's actually full length or if it's not. So that's pretty cool. And I noticed somebody said, VR Spry Guy said they need to make a driver for the index controller. They are working on ones for different controllers for the index and all that kind of stuff. So keep an eye out for that. That is coming right now. The only one available is for the Quest. And I believe it works for the Quest 1, the Rift S, and the Quest 2. They'll all fit in here because it's the cups, the similar size. You know, the controllers are similar, and it's got that big Velcro strap. So it's really awesome. So I definitely am a big fan of accessories, any kind of stuff like this. And I think the guy that made this said he did some stuff in like Blade and Sorcery with this or something too, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I haven't tried that.
Yeah,
but
good point.
Yeah, so make sure you sign up for the giveaway though, because it only runs. I probably should have made it longer, but I think it only runs till like Tuesday. So make sure you sign up for that and get a chance to get one of these shipped to you. So what are you laughing at?
Just everything. Paul P. Jr. said, if I win this, I'll have to buy all of the golf games. Yeah, exactly. They're all great. I honestly, I haven't played a bad golf game yet, except I haven't played the new one yet.
I was just going to talk about that. This is out.
Or that's
Golf,
out. Right, that's
Golf
out.
5 E-Club or whatever. Yeah, this is out, and this is more of your standard golf game. You know, this is like an 18-hole golf game that is more geared around that. But the thing is with Pro Putt is that's coming as well as the full golf course stuff with Pro Putt and multiplayer and all of that. I haven't tried any of that yet in Pro Putt or any of the beta or anything like that, but this is doing the similar thing. I think Pro Putt is probably going to do it better. I was looking up some of the reviews and stuff on this, and I haven't played it yet, but a lot of reviews were saying the terrain is very flat. You know what I mean? You don't have like rolling hills and stuff like that. So I think Pro Putt is probably going to do it better, but I'm probably going to have to try this one out, especially because I
still think it looks good. I still think it does look
and the reviews
really
were pretty good. I think the reviews were like 4.4. But this is saying that this is a truly immersive golf experience, real swing, real handicap, real competition from anywhere in the world. 18-hole golf course. You can play, practice, compete with other members or friends, majestic driving range. You can spend hours perfecting your swing. Elite putting green that's so immersive. It's like being at your local course. So, I mean, and it's got all the golf clubs, you know, your woods, iron, pitch, putt, whatever. But,
so I wonder, like, if in here, if I play, do I still have the slice that I have when I played? Like, does that carry over? I wonder.
If you're using the driver, I bet you would.
Exactly.
Honestly,
I
because
probably
it feels like you're holding the club and you probably swing it the same way.
Every time coming, like the first 3 or 4 holes, I open up my club. I don't know. I power through it too early, and then I relax, and I start playing better. But
so supposedly this has mini golf in it as well. This Golf 5 E Club, which I didn't realize. But
is it actual mini golf or just like a putting green?
It says a mini golf for the family to enjoy.
Oh,
so I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I have not played this. I'm gonna have to just to test it out with the driver. And the other cool thing about the driver with Pro Putt is it actually has a setting in there for it that you can just select the driver and it calibrates to that. Essentially, what were you gonna say?
Yeah. So Travel Man has the idea of the year. Waiting for Pro Putt full course. Hope they have actual golf carts to traverse the course.
Dude,
that would be epic. Wouldn't it be cool to have like the GPS carts too, where it shows you like how far you are away and everything? Like,
man, that's a good idea. Somebody's gonna have to tell the dev there to do that. Yeah. I don't think that is in there, but I could be wrong. But yeah, actual golf carts. And this one shows golf carts in this Golf 5, but I don't know that you can drive them. I don't know about that, but. Yeah,
can we ramp some?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would do more of, drive around the golf cart or actually golf. I guess that would be the
jump the sandboxes. Like, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Caddyshack style.
For sure. And I saw some people talking about the Deca move. People were asking if they've got their Deca move and stuff yet. I do have the Deca move. I got the bloggers edition or whatever they called it, but it's definitely an awesome.
Ones are slow to come out though still, and I think that's why people are waiting.
Do what?
Well, the shipping coming out from Deca is a little
they're kind of
slow
slow shipping the order. So
Yeah.
I know people are starting to get them, but talking about that, they do have that virtual market 6. So we talked about this a couple weeks ago. That is kicking off tomorrow. That is in VR chat, and that is open to everyone. That anybody can go in there, and Deca Gear is actually having a booth in there. I don't know what all they're gonna be doing. Yeah, they're gonna be showing the headset somehow or doing some stuff with that. It's all digital, so it'll be interesting to see. But it starts tomorrow. Features installations from HP, Deca Gear, Disney, and more. So I definitely am gonna try to hop into that and check that out. And I saw somebody said that you can actually win a Deca Move by going to that event. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
kind of cool.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. So I've never been to one of these virtual market things. This is actually the first one that I've ever heard of. So there's going to be a decent amount of VR stuff going on in there, and it's in VR chat. So
yeah,
we'll see. I'm going to hop in there hopefully tomorrow. So yeah, kind of cool.
Miguel says he got his Deca Move a week ago.
Nice.
So they're going out. I think it's just slow rolling.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. So if you watched last weekend's show, you probably saw Tyler's. What did your shirt say? I love cats or something?
What did I do? Oh yeah.
So I got this trailer for you.
What's wrong with that?
I got this
no. Come on.
I was looking on SideQuest this morning.
It looks like my cat, though.
It does look like your cat. It really does. So I was on SideQuest this morning, and this was like one of the newest games that came on SideQuest. It is literally a cat simulator.
So there's a flat game that's, I think, out or coming out. I forget what it's called, like Stray Cats or something like that. It looks incredible for a cat game. I was dying watching it and stuff. It was hilarious. But
so this one is called Cat VR, and it says an app for stroking a cat, feeding a cat, and playing with a foxtail. And I saw something in the description that talked about using like a stuffed animal to I don't know. It was weird.
Like a 1-to-1 or something?
Yeah, I don't fully understand. I have not tried that, but yeah. Anyways, this is totally up your alley. You need to get this. Wear your I Love Cat shirt as you're stroking your cat, and it'll be awesome.
Please don't ever say stroking your cat. Please don't ever say that.
Oh, you got to get this. You need this. Really
this is ridiculous. Can't. Would I just feed it? Would it feed it and it sleeps? Like, is that what you do? Just watch it sleep and eat? I mean,
I don't know.
Stray. That's what it is. It's called Stray. Funky Deep. Thank you. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Look that one up. It looks ridiculous. Look up Stray.
I'll look that. I've never heard of it. This is a flat game you're talking about?
Yeah, it's a flat game.
Awesome.
That's what it was, though. It's called Stray, for sure. Yeah. Yep. So my poll, what's everyone drinking today? 72% coffee and tea, 2% adult beverages, which I saw somebody drink adult beverages.
I was going to say it's kind of early for that, but I guess it depends where you're
at. No, not in UK. It's 5 o'clock there. Somebody was, I forget who it was now. Should tell me. And other 26 are drinking other. So who's drinking the prune juice?
Juice boxes. Prune juice, milk, or juice box. Oh, boy.
Quick one. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Anyway.
Another update coming to Star Wars. So this is like their second update or chapter 2 or whatever you want to call it for Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. But this looks pretty good. I mean, that was a pretty good game. I felt like that was a pretty solid game.
More of a game. Yeah, absolutely.
More of a game than in just one of like the little mini experiences. I thought it was pretty good. So this is coming this fall is what they're talking about. It's coming this fall. And this trailer kind of introduces you to some new characters and stuff like that you're going to see in there. So I never finished the first one, actually. I need to go back and finish it. Did you finish the first one?
No, I don't think I completely finished it, actually.
I kind of lost interest, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. After so long, I just kind of, I don't know. I thought it was pretty good, but I did lose interest in it a little bit.
There were some clunkiness, I felt. Like I just always feel like anymore, now that we have so many good games, every time I have one that just feels like meh, or the controls aren't great, or the interactions aren't great, I'm like, come on, like we can do better now, like at this point, right?
I mean, it's a good game. I think it's a good game, and I'll definitely, I need to jump back in there and finish it up before this comes out, but we got a little while still, so.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's Star Wars, so it's always, a popular thing. People, I mean, I'm sure this sells headsets. I'm sure this gets people into VR because those diehard Star Wars fans are definitely.
Exactly.
I mean, if you are a diehard fan, it is so cool to be able to hop into that world and that environment and see some of those characters. I mean, that is really cool. So.
And I love Star Wars, but I'm not a diehard like most, by any means. David Waters.
Even though you got the shirt.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, David Waters said, "Thank you for the update on Deca Move, Coffee in VR UK." So he's
across the pond,
watching.
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you for that super chat.
I want to come over.
Yeah.
I want to go. Can
I
we
don't know
go?
that the world's ever going to go back to normal to make
I don't
traveling
care.
easier.
If I get stuck there, I'll be happy.
Oh,
I
jeez.
won't cry about it, man.
Jeez.
Except that it's been crazy over there with what, like fire, all kinds of things,
I mean,
man.
the whole
Like it's been
world
nuts
is
too.
crazy. The whole world's crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
I did want to talk about the so in version 31 of Oculus Quest, they allowed pass-through stuff, right? So developers can now start messing around with some of the pass-through, making experiences in the pass-through. And the newest one that is out is called Cactus Cowboy something. Cactus Cowboy AR test experience or something like that. And this is on SideQuest. So I actually went in and tried this. I recorded it, but I didn't realize when I recorded it, because it is a pass-through environment game. It's like an AR game in VR, right? It didn't record. It won't record any of the pass-through stuff. So when you watch a video, it looks ridiculous because it's literally a tech demo. So it's nothing complex, but it shows your whole room. Instead of showing the room, it shows just black. So I was like, well, this is silly. So I didn't even put it on here to show, but it is pretty cool. It's on SideQuest. It is free to do. And I think it's worth checking it out because it is free and it takes like 2 seconds to put it on there. But I really think that it shows the potential of what can be done with kind of even just the black and white pass-through, because I still thought this was pretty cool. It really what it was. It's a shooter, you know, and you have enemies that are coming out of your walls or all around you, and it uses audio cues to tell you where they're at, so you can turn to see them coming at you and shoot them, reload, all that stuff. It is pretty cool. You have to be on version 31 or later of the Oculus Quest, and then you also have to go in and turn on the experimental feature for the pass-through in SideQuest, and you have to be on the latest version of SideQuest. You have to have your Guardians enabled, and then you just put it on your Quest and you can play it. I thought it was cool. I mean, it's literally a very simple experience. You know, it's literally a tech demo. It's not like a full game, but it gives you an idea of it. And I just wanted to experience it because I've never got to try AR where things are coming out of my walls, you know, and shooting. And this is real basic. So, I mean, I'm looking at, you know, how it's going to be cool once you see part of your wall bust apart, you know, and then you see this enemy coming out of your wall, climbing out of your wall, you know, once it really gets more advanced. I mean, this is very low budget tech demo, but I think that the potential, even with the black and white pass-through, I think is really going to be cool. My opinion.
Sure. I get it. I agree. I think, with the pass-through cameras and being such, you know, low res and black and white, that it kind of takes away, I feel but
for sure.
I haven't played it yet, so I can't speak on it, you know.
And it does. I mean, once they get the color pass through, I think it's going to be on a whole nother level. I mean, it's going to add, because I mean, right now, you know, it's not real high res and it's black and white, so it doesn't feel as realistic like you're in your room as it would if it was higher resolution color pass through. But the fact that they are letting developers start dabbling in this now, you know, once the Quest Pro or whatever it is, it's going to come out next, it's going to have color pass through, at least what I think. Then I think we're really going to get some really cool experiences. And we've talked about it, you know, just like with the links and stuff, you know, really the best AR right now, like you say, the best AR is VR right now. And that's the best way to do it right now. So I think
it will be. There's without a doubt in my mind, it will be that.
At least
it won't be
for a long time.
HoloLens AR or anything like that, you know, overlay stuff. I just don't think it's going to be. It's not.
Yeah. So I think it's cool. I mean, I definitely think SideQuest is super easy. Jump on there, check it out. Let me know what you think about it, because like I said, it's real basic, but it's still cool. I like being able to see I use the pass-through home environment all the time. I hate the regular home environments now because I'm so used to the pass-through.
I like them. I still don't like the pass-through.
I do, because I'm not playing a game. I'm just in the menu. Like, I'm still doing other things sometimes. So I like to be able to see my surroundings, do things or whatever as I'm getting ready to hop into a game. But I think the pass-through environment is awesome, and I really liked it. I really thought this was pretty cool. So I'm excited to see what other people think, and if they think it has a future, like I think it does. But
I think it will. I think when we get to the point.
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree.
Checking up on chat, PD said I can sleep on his sofa, which is awesome. So when I go to the UK, which is great, as long as we can go to the pub, man, because I like the pubs you go to because of the music.
True that. Let's do it.
Like it. Who else? The debate Capri Sun drinking was, how do you stab the straw into it? That was up there too. Which you squeeze real. You bite the end of it. You squeeze real hard and look down the straw and stab it.
Push it
and just keep squeezing.
It's the only way to do it.
Kidding, you'll get blasted. Come on.
You weren't supposed to tell him not to. I was gonna wait for somebody to actually do that.
But Capri Sun, man, good stuff.
Yeah, I miss those. I want one now.
I know, right? We keep lots of kids stuff here. We don't have kids, so.
So Princess Jedi is saying box falls, monsters, footsteps in the alleyway, population 1 enemies. Is she talking about pass-through stuff? Because that would be cool.
Coming out of the walls and everything.
Like, oh man, that'd be. I mean, and also I think I saw somebody maybe gaming she said gaming science teacher said horror will take on a whole new meaning through AR pass-through. Yeah, for sure.
Agreed.
Like, I mean, let's talk about Space Pirate Arena real quick, because I have an idea with this that kind of relates to AR. And this is older footage of them testing this out on the Quest. I think they're playing on the Quest 1. This has been in development for a long time, but they are saying now that this is coming soon, and it's supposed to be coming later this year. And what this is, if you don't know, is this is large-scale arena-style gameplay where you're physically moving around, you're actually walking, you're not using stick locomotion or anything else. This is restricted to a 10 meter by 10 meter play space. So if you don't have that set up, the game won't even load. That is how they're restricting it. You have to have that as a minimum. So what is that in feet? 10 meter by 10 meter? My brain doesn't work in
30 feet by 30 feet?
Is it? So I mean, that's pretty big. It's a pretty big area. So it
has to be. I mean, you have to have that, because then if one person has a 5x5 space, then everyone has to be inside of that. You know what I mean? So,
right.
So
and I mean, this isn't meant for everybody to just be playing in their bedroom.
Right.
You know, this is meant for a special location you go to. You go with friends, or I mean, you could even go outside. You obviously have to worry about sunlight and overcast and what the weather is and everything else. But I will definitely be trying this out. We definitely need to get together and do this. But I feel like, you know, watching this and playing some of the pass-through stuff, that this is where I want Arena Scale to go, is in the pass-through mode, where you can use your whole house, you know what I mean? Because you don't have to worry about as big of a open play space if you can use pass-through as part of the environment, because then you can not run into things, you can see obstacles, you know what I mean? But I think it would be cool to have a large-scale game that you can play throughout your whole house, whether it be a shooter game, you know, because I think back in the day when you're a little kid and you're playing with your plastic gun and you're playing cops and robbers through your house, and you're clearing corners and all that stuff as a kid. Like, I want to do that in VR AR style sense, where I see my environment, I'm going down the hallways, you know, I'm checking around the corners. Like,
absolutely,
that is stuff that I think would be so cool, especially once we get color pass-through. And if it can be built like an experience like Space Pirate Arena, if it can be built to work around those confines of an AR pass-through environment, moving around your house, whatever environment it may be, I think would be, it'd be so cool.
Someday, I think for sure. But I think we're ways off from something like that.
But that's the kind of stuff that I get excited about, the AR pass-through VR kind of stuff. That is like what I want to see coming down the road. I mean, you would look like a weirdo running through your house doing all this stuff with a headset on, but man, it would be so awesome. That's like the dream come
it'd be
true.
so cool.
But this in general is a dream come true, because, you know, just being able to freely move, you know, that is going to make VR seem so much more realistic than just standing in one spot, barely moving around. You know what I mean?
So if you did do that, like, let's say in your house, and then you played some like pass-through horror game and like freaked you out about your own house, like, I mean, that could cause like nightmares right there. Like people crawling out of like under beds, or like out of closets or doors or walls.
I mean, the problem is that parents will put little kids in this stuff because they think it's funny. And then these kids are going to be scarred they'll never sleep. Like, you won't be able to sleep because your kids won't sleep. They'll be so terrified to go back into their bedroom because they literally saw a ghost crawl out from under their bed. And now they see that, you know, I mean, so don't do that. But man, for adults, it is going to be awesome. But
I know.
So 10 meters is roughly 33 feet.
That's what I thought.
Anakaze said 10 meters equals 32 foot, 9.701 inches. So somebody said gaming science teacher needed to be more precise, but
I know. I was even not getting precise by saying 30 because it's an easy round. I always do 3, but
that's a pretty big area. So, but man, it's gonna be so awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, I know. Yep, I'll definitely be playing it.
Yeah, for sure. We need to get together. Same space, same play space in this, for sure.
Yeah, but do you have to be in the same play space?
I don't know about that. I don't think. Like, is it going to have online multiplayer?
Well, I mean, that's why they're requiring the same amount of space for everybody. So that I thought, I could be completely wrong about that, and somebody could correct me, but I could be totally wrong.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to shine the most in the same space because you can, like, there's no delay and not as much delay, you know, like you can talk real time back and forth. Like, I don't know, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm not sure about
stuff
the
like
online
this.
aspect.
Like, even people were saying they don't have the space for it and stuff, but you don't have to. You can usually go somewhere and do something like this,
Basketball
like
courts,
a basketball, a gym,
yeah, church. A lot of times, church will have a big areas.
A community center, anything like that would have Wi-Fi. That's all you would need, basically. Unless it isn't, online, then it wouldn't even matter.
Yeah.
Then you'd be playing it locally.
Right.
But you could, which would be awesome. I mean, that would be outside. I mean, why couldn't you almost outside? If you put your router close enough to the outside of your house, and it was an overcast day, and it wasn't direct sunlight, and blah, 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 but it'd be awesome.
So Chris Richardson said, has there been any update on when Space Pirate Arena ships? And that is, they're saying later this year. So that is like the big news, is that this is supposed to be coming later this year. So that is extremely exciting, because I think we've seen this. When did we start seeing this? In like 2018, 2019?
Well,
when they first teased this?
Stuff, right?
Yeah. I don't know, but it's been a while. They've been working on this for a while. So good stuff. And talking about delays or release dates, Lone Echo 2 has now been pushed back to later this year. This was supposed to be summer. I think originally it was supposed to be like 2019, I think, is when this was originally supposed to release, Lone Echo 2. This has gotten pushed back to later this year. It was supposed to be summer this year, which is a little bit disappointing because of the fact of how long they've been working on this. But like we always say, it's better to delay than, Lone Echo is such a big game. I don't want this to come out and be a big, you know what I mean? Like, this game sucks. Like, why did they release it right now? I would rather them take the time to make it awesome. And I am fully expecting at this point for this game to be Half-Life Alyx level or above, because of how much time they've been taking on this, right? I
agree. And hopefully so. I mean, I hope it is, because they need something in studio that is as big as Half-Life Alyx that they talk about.
I agree.
The delay to me, and I kind of mentioned it to you earlier, do you think it's tied to the release of a headset?
I don't know.
Like, could this be like one that, will work with this next gen headset, and they just keep pushing it to maybe hope to line those two up? I don't know.
Because all they've ever said is that this is PC VR. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a Quest game. This isn't going to run on Quest. But
if they run a next gen headset that's better optimized for it and stuff, could it run this? I don't know. It would be a dream. I don't think it'll probably happen.
I think honestly, later this year we're going to get an announcement for the next, Pro headset, Quest 3, whatever it is. I think we'll get an announcement and they'll say, next year. But Oculus is weird. They could come out with it and be like, boom, here it is. It's done, ready to go. Available now or available soon, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like Quest 2. Quest 2 kind of came out of nowhere. We saw leaks and stuff of that, and then it was just kind of like, boom, it comes out on this date, pre-order now. So I don't know. I don't know. Possibly. That they're getting away from PC VR exclusivity stuff anyways, and this has been in development so long that is why they still have this PC VR game on the back burner that they've been working on. But this game, and even the first one. So the first Lone Echo came out in, I think, 2017, and that is a phenomenal looking game. Graphically, that game is awesome, especially in, more modern tech. It came out when CV1 was out, and an updated visuals and stuff with some of the newer headsets. It is an awesome looking game, and there is a connection that you have in that game, with the characters that are really pretty powerful. Probably hard to compete with in VR as far as that connection you build.
And think what the original one was running on. The GPUs and stuff that could run that, and what it took was what would probably be like a Quest 2 nowadays. Almost. You know what I mean? Like, those old GPUs, probably ran on like what would the min spec even have been for that?
I'm sure we played this on a 1060. We had 1060s back then. So, I don't know what minimum spec was back then. You could have played this on a 970 probably. That was min spec was like 970, man. Maybe. I don't know. This game, it's a gorgeous game. They did an awesome job on it. And I don't know. Lone Echo 2 it's going to be awesome. Unfortunately, it is delayed.
Sad it's delayed.
And it's the two big blockbuster hits this summer that both got delayed. So After the Fall and Lone Echo 2. Those are the two big titles for this summer that have both gotten delayed till later this year. And it's, it is what it is. Unfortunately, I would love to have them right now, but those are two games that I want to do very, very well. And After the Fall is still like my most anticipated game. So I want them to definitely get that right. And Artful said, "Kids VR crush is Olivia." So, you do create kind of a connection with her in that game.
True.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, good point.
And the reactions, even the reactions in that game, because it's all zero gravity. You're grabbing onto things. So like when you grab onto her, you're holding on to her shoulder. She kind of like shrugs you off. Oh man, my stupid camera again. Oh, this is the
It's awesome.
stupid Cam Elgato face cam.
Yeah, that ain't sticking around much longer now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's twice, 2 in a row. So I got to reach out to them. Man, I'm so disappointed. It's like a $200 webcam. It's supposed to be like one of the best ones out there. It's supposed to save all of your settings on the camera. It doesn't do that. I have to change the settings every time still. And now it's frozen twice on the stream. So I'm not about to return this thing.
Here comes the rage. I can feel it coming.
Yeah.
Boiling. He's boiling.
It's so annoying. Like, why spend that much on a webcam if it does that? Like, it's ridiculous. I've checked the
you got something to talk about, see?
Yeah, but I mean, it's up to date. Like, I've made sure the software is all up to date. Like, it's so annoying. So somebody yell at Elgato for me. They are very disappointed. I've been really happy with other products, and now this one is like, what the heck? Anyway, sorry.
Me too. Yeah, actually. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but anyways, now I'm off track. What were we talking about? Olivia?
Yeah, Olivia, man.
Yeah. Anyways, I did want to mention too, Contractors is getting another big update.
Yes.
Game that we love. It is getting a bunch of bug fixes. All kinds of bugs are getting squashed. There'll be new animations introduced, stuff like tactical reloads. New map is Kowloon, introduced is set in locations in Hong Kong. And there's just a ton of stuff, graphical updates for Quest. So a lot of the maps are getting reworked to look better on Quest than what they were before. I mean, new UI, server updates, back-end updates. And they say that they're getting very close to mod support on the Quest. So they said they're making a lot of progress, and they said they believe it will be ready sooner than they expected. So that's a big one that's going to help on Quest, I think.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's huge. To have mods on that would be so epic too.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
And it just looks better now. Like when you look at the comparison images, it just looks crispier, which I don't even know how that's truthfully possible because it already looks great. I mean, when I look across the map, there's no loading LODs at distances or nothing pops in and out. I mean, it's just that quality of stuff I love, and the mechanics just bar none the best, I feel like, in any shooter. So yeah. I'm glad to see more stuff. Why do I hear an echo? I heard myself. That was weird.
An echo? I did want to mention too, I don't have the pictures now, but I did want to mention the VR cover has come out with their lens protectors, and we actually have these in-house. So we've been playing around with these a little bit. So, and the cool thing about this, do you have some sitting up there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, so we'll have to add the link in the description. We didn't get it in here. But the full release is, I think they're out now. You can order them now. And they're saying that they are going to reduce eye strain and everything else because these actually have blue light filters in them, which I've actually used prescription lens adapters in my headset for a long time that have the blue light filters as well.
Right.
Because blue light in screens and stuff is supposed to be not great for your eyes and causes eye strain and all that kind of stuff. So it's got that filter built in that kind of reflects some of that light away from your eyes. So yeah,
I think a lot of people do tend to scratch lenses and stuff, and in cleaning them, if you have those on it, then you never have to worry about cleaning the actual lenses. You know what I mean? You're only cleaning those, which I think is great. That sure does help. I mean, I'm trying to think, did I scratch? I think I nicked maybe one of my original Quest ones by putting it in a case or something, and a controller hit it.
Yeah, I think my CV ones were just a little bit because I always wore my glasses in the CV one.
Oh yeah, true.
And I think those were kind of had some fine scratches in it. But that is the nice thing about having a lens protector or prescription lens adapters is it really does protect the lenses, because you can replace the lens adapters, you can replace the protectors, but you can't replace the lenses really. I mean, those are kind of permanent in there, so you really don't want to get those scratched up. So it's a pretty cool thing if you are looking to get something like that and you don't need prescription ones. Then I think this is a pretty good
right, absolutely
thing
but
to look into.
Honestly, prescription ones highly recommend.
Yeah,
I see better with my prescription lens inserts than I do wearing contacts, which baffles me. I don't know why that is, but super clear. I don't know if it corrects a little bit of the Quest 2 offset issue for your PD, because you only have those 3 interval changes. And I don't know if it creates an angle that's better for me or what.
Yeah, I don't know, because mine is too.
Man, is it better. It's so much better with those.
Yeah, so gaming science teacher said I keep the blue light filter on my phone on all the time. That's how my wife is. She uses blue light filters on her computer, on her laptop, on her phone. I'm always like, oh, it looks so weird. Like, why does your phone look so weird?
Right. I know it does. It looks
But,
like it's matted or something.
but the blue light
Yeah.
filters in the lenses, though, I don't notice any difference. Like, it's compared to turning a blue light filter on your computer. I don't notice with the lens filters, I don't notice that because you're still seeing the same colors and everything. It just blocks that. I don't know how it does it, but it looks the same.
Well, a phone will remove those colors,
Right.
and that's why you're not seeing them. But yeah,
the lens just kind of reflects them away somehow. I don't know how it works, but
refracts.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. Something like that.
Something. Yeah. Yep. Oh,
But,
somebody's talking about cards. I need to find a 3080, man.
No, I've been looking. I actually had a dream.
Yeah.
You were talking about that, and I had a dream that I found that I went to Best Buy and they had like a ton of them, and I was like, "What?" And all like MSRP, and I was like, "This is the greatest thing ever." And then I woke up and I was like, "Oh crap, it was only a dream."
What's MSRP?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
They're like
sells
double.
for that anymore, does it?
So dumb. So I don't get why. How's that even legal at points? Like, even like retailers online are selling them at like crazy markups. That I don't get. That, like, if you look on Newegg and stuff, and I think some of the stuff on Newegg is like sold by third parties, but I don't care. I mean, if a sale is a sale, so I don't understand why they can even do that. But
yeah, I mean, I can get one on Amazon right now for $1,649, which is only like almost $1,000 over MSRP. Oh no, wait, that's a 3070. That's not even a 3080.
Oh, it's double that. Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's more than that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I've looked at buying some.
I mean.
Geez, there's a Gigabit RTX 3080 on Amazon for $2,299. Prime free delivery on Wednesday. Like what? Like come on, that's insane.
Free delivery though.
I mean, you can buy a pre-built. So you can buy a pre-built PC with a 3080 in it for $2,400. That's a complete PC, which right now is the better deal. You know what I mean? To buy a complete PC, because sometimes it's not as marked
but
up.
Even those are high.
Yeah,
because think when we got our, let's see, what was it? We got our last or the original. Was it the 2080? What were those? Those were in a PC. Those still were like.
That was a Black Friday deal, so that was probably a little bit better than normal.
But still, what were they? $1,500, and that was top end like GPU at the time.
Yeah.
Basically. I mean, it'd be like us buying a 3080. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I agree with Paradise Decay. He said there should be a law to prevent goods being sold over MSRP for, say, a year or two, which, yeah, I mean, if they
I don't understand.
I mean, but how do you enforce that? You know, I mean, you got eBay and all these marketplace stuff. I mean, it's harder to enforce it, but
eBay, I understand, but I'm seeing them listed on like large retailers and stuff.
Yeah.
And I know it's probably not them doing it, but that's not true because like B&H Photo had them like the ones listed like extremely high. I don't know. I'm frustrated with it. I'm sorry.
Artful said for that price, you would want one hand delivered with free Chinese food the same day. I want more than free Chinese food for that price. That's crazy.
Gosh, isn't that crazy, man? I mean, I to compare it to what I've paid for stuff at that price level, like, is just insane. Like,
I'll wait.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I thought by this point, though, that I would have one for MSRP, and that hasn't happened. So who knows how long we will have to wait. And really, I'm pretty happy with what I have. But then when you start talking Microsoft Flight Simulator and stuff, you know, I mean, that's when you start wanting the better. But I mean, even 3090's Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't run flawlessly. You know what I mean? It's still It still has a ways to go in optimizations, and it's just a huge game that, I mean, it's hard to run. So I mean, but it is running a lot better now.
It is.
So.
Yeah, it does run better, and there's still I'm still cranking some stuff, and I'm running it on a G2. I could run it on a lower res headset and stuff, and probably get even better performance. But I'm going back to MSFS here again, but I'm sorry. But I loaded in my settings like crazy, like highs and ultras on some things in the G2. And yes, it was like half a frame a second. Like if I turned my head, it would like almost want to freeze. Yeah. But holy beautiful. Like I saw that. And it's like seeing the other side, you know what I mean? Geez. And that's like, it's so good. Now I have to have a 3080. Like there's no going back. After you see it, you can't take that out of your head. Yeah. Like, oh, I know. It's bad. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm also checking to see if my yoke's here too, because it's coming today.
Oh, jeez. You need to post some pictures of that stuff on the Discord. So
I will. I don't have it all yet.
Yeah.
And I've got it on my ghetto rig over here that I handmade out of wood, and it all fits perfectly. It's perfect.
You don't need a yaw. You don't need the yaw too.
Oh, I need the yaw. I
Just
need
use
it.
your handmade wood racing sim setup.
All right, I will. I'll get some pictures of it and stuff. Once I get that, I'll post some pictures to Discord, which is in the chat. It's in the description somewhere. Join it. Yeah,
for sure.
It's ghetto. I should paint it at least. It's still raw wood, but I don't care.
Yeah.
That's
well,
my point.
you only got a little bit longer.
I don't care what it looks like. You know what I mean? True. I don't.
Yeah,
so,
Dan Christensen said Microsoft Flight Simulator is running smooth on my 3090. I bet that update helped a lot for a 3090.
Just let me borrow that 3090
just ship it over.
for a while. It's horrible. It's horrible. I need it. I need it bad.
For real. So yeah, so make sure you sign up for the Driver Golf Club giveaway in the description below. Sign up for that.
Sure.
Check out the Virtual Market 6 tomorrow. Go to the Deca Gear booth. Check that out. I do want to check that out. We need to, hopefully we can hop in there together tomorrow. I don't know what time it starts tomorrow, but it officially starts tomorrow. I think it runs for like a week or so. So you have some time, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out. And yeah, I mean.
So Paul P. Jr. says we need our tech products now. And it's not that. These are things I have dreamed about since I got like my first PC in whatever it was, 93 or something like that.
Right.
I had Microsoft Flight Simulator. I forget what it was when it came out, 94 or 6 or something like that, 95, whatever it was. And ever since then, like this is what I've wanted to do. So I'm like right at the cusp of it. Now I have all these things. I just need that GPU now. But honestly, play it with a controller.
Yeah, that's what we were doing. It's not bad
with a controller. It's a lot of fun. You really don't have to worry about all the technical stuff. You don't want to. Oh, and I'm still going on about this. The landing challenges are amazing that they added. Super fun. You can't beat them. They're great. I've done almost all of them. And there's actually like leaderboards for friends and stuff, I think, too, which I don't have any friends on there. So it doesn't really matter.
Mepper said that the Virtual Market 6 kicked off today. I thought it was tomorrow. So it's actually today.
Oh, interesting.
August 14th. Yeah, the event is up August 14th to the 28th. So I kind of forgot it was, I guess it is Saturday, but I was thinking it was Sunday started for some reason. Yeah, so it's up today. So hop in today. So don't listen to anything
Vindaloo said, put some info on Discord for flying friends around in Microsoft Flight Simulator, each in their own HMD.
Yeah, I mean, you can fly around together.
Yeah, you can. It's a little tricky to stay together. I haven't figured out a good way. So if anybody knows how to do that, let me know. And I think the group leader sets the weather and
that's how we were doing it. We just went to the same airport and then we were getting paired up. So
yeah, I will though. I'll go into Discord and post my setup that I'm using, but I'm running a G2 on a 2080. So only if you have a 1080 Ti or 2080 is it going to be the same. But settings wise, I can at least post that.
Yeah. Jimbo Simrig said, I got the Yaw 2 on pre-order. Would love to pair it with the Varjo V2. Yeah, man, that's a lot of money adding up right there.
I would too,
but a lot of money.
There's a lot of other fun things I can probably buy with that kind of cash.
Yeah, true that. But yeah,
I know.
But so yeah, I'm gonna check out the Virtual Market 6 either today or tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna hop in there, and also check out the little free side quest AR game thing. I'm curious to see what people's thoughts on that, even though it's super basic. But just let me know. But yeah,
and the cat game.
And the cat simulator petter.
I can't with you. I can't.
Anyways.
Oh man.
Anyways, but thanks.
Too. It's trouble.
But thanks again for everybody hanging out with us and all the super chats and everything. We definitely really appreciate it. Definitely some.
If anybody's got good tips about Microsoft Flight Simulator, let me know or leave it. Don't we have a channel still up for Microsoft Flight Simulator?
I don't know. I mean, in the Discord, I don't know if we have a flight simulator.
I thought we did. Didn't we? We did. We should.
Tyler's drinking too much coffee.
No, I'm not.
He doesn't even want to end. No, there's no Microsoft Flight Simulator.
No, we don't have one. Can we change one?
You can change one. You can get rid of one of the old ones.
Yes. All right.
Anyways, we gotta get out of here.
All right.
Tyler's way too hyped.
We're gone. No, Microsoft Flight Sim.
Yep.
I'm out. Later, guys. See you in the skies. Peace.